What's up, everybody? Good afternoon. Welcome to Drafters this afternoon, I guess we'll call it. I was on my way home, and I had like a spur of the moment, like I want to draft, and I got my kids with me. They wanted to pop on and like help out, so you're getting a family drafters. So I appreciate anybody joining us. We're picking from the one spot tonight. JC is in this draft, but he's not live with us. He's working on stuff behind the scenes for Scott Fish and our draft party, which is going on tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. We go live. We got a few guests lined up. It's going to be a good show. Cash is waving. You want to say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
All right. So, we're about 15 seconds away from being on the clock. We're going to take Jamar Chase because this is the only spot that you can really get him. Kennedy's going to be on to tab, so she's going to be looking up stats for us when I tell her the player to look up. And we'll do the best we can. Here we go. We're on the clock. 20 seconds left. Jamar Chase. Cash, you want to pick up for us? Tap, hit the click the mouse for us. There it is. We got Chase. Good job. All right. Take a sip of Corona. All right, so now we got to wait. Bijan goes number 2. Who else we got in here? Let's take a look at some of these usernames. We got Mustang Keith, Mikey Likey, Go Panda, CJM 954, the TG Padre, he's a frequenter. Vaporware, Marca Tessel. So we got all new names with the exception of the TG Padre, I think. Everybody else is just me, JC, and everyone else is random. I like it. Draft people we haven't drafted with before. We got seven people tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. Join me in the chat. Chime in if you want. Say hello. Keep me company so I'm not talking to myself. You want to ask my kids anything, they're ready for questions. And that's it. JC goes Justin Jefferson at 4 over Gibbs. I don't hate it. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. But he might have some more Gibbs than Jefferson, so that's why he's doing that. So, you got to mix it up in the first round.
I can't see me on the screen.
You can't see you on the screen, so you got to go over here. How's that? All right. Now we're good. So now I got to move my bear over now because you're in my delivery path. So now I got to be a lefty with the Corona.
And I'm right here.
You got anything to add? Who's your favorite team? Patriots?
Yeah.
Tell them my favorite team is the Patriots. Say it.
My favorite team is the Patriots.
All right. Good job, bud. Daytime drafters. I like it. It's nothing like driving home and you just got that itch to be in a fantasy football draft. I think it's going to happen more often. Once the NFL draft goes down, the players are going to have landing spots. You know that I'm going to be in there. We're finally going to do some NFFC 350 buy-ins. We're going to be streaming some of those. I got my buddy Steve D'Angelo. He works for Face Off Sports. Great guy. Very sharp, high-stakes drafter. Can't wait to live stream a couple of those with him for you guys. And do some of those drafts. I can't wait to get some of those drafts on air. Sucks that I'm giving away some of my strategy, but I want, to share with you guys, the audience, who I appreciate. You guys need to learn. You guys want to learn. You want to listen. You want to draft. I'm here to help you as much as I can. Share as much as knowledge as I can. I've been in high stakes drafts since 2014. I spent a good 3 years losing, but I learned a lot. 2018, I won a nice prize. I came in 4th place in the big overall contest. I've been winning leagues every year ever since. 2022 is my only losing year in between. And we're here to stay. And we're here to be live on a podcast and sharing our knowledge with you. So here we go. Second round goes McBride at the turn. Wow, that's the earliest. McBride before Bowers. Whoa, we got to note that. McBride went before Bowers at 13. Genty Bowers. Drawby 55 goes Genty Bowers at the 1-2 turn. And the Nakua owner at the 9 spot gets Bowers at 16. Quite the value. That might be one of the latest I've seen Brock Bowers go this year so far. We got Drake London, AJ Brown, Derrick Henry, A-Chain. JC takes Taylor. Can't go wrong there. Pairing Jefferson with Taylor. You got 2 premium. You got your anchor running back. You got your premium elite wide receiver. Can't go wrong. Let's see what we might be working with. I haven't been looking because I've been yapping, but we're on deck. I don't think we're going I don't think we're going running back. Tay Higgins is still there, which is interesting. We're gonna have to use one of these picks on Tay. I haven't been picking him. I've only been getting him in the right spots, and this might be a right spot. He usually goes before this spot, so the chase owner doesn't get to stack him. But we're actually gonna push up Garrett Wilson and not JSN and go with a 3 wide receiver start. So we go in Jamar Chase, Tay Higgins, Garrett Wilson. Yeah, you get to click next, Ollie. You let's look up a player and for somebody, let's talk about somebody. Who do you want to talk about? Let's see who JC picks next. When JC picks his next player, we'll look up that guy and we'll talk about him a little bit. All right. Put you to work. DJ Moore, JSN. That's no surprise. Both of those guys are worthy of being picked right there. I could have taken either one of them over Garrett Wilson, and there would be no arguments. But I'm in on Justin Fields, so I'm in on Garrett Wilson as a wide receiver 1 this year. Devontae Adams. All right, let's look. I kind of like it. He just got pushed up, and he doesn't go that. He usually goes at the back end of round 3, but round 3 nonetheless. Let's bring up Devontae Adams and let's talk about him because we've been in on him, and he's ranked pretty low. He's not. There he is. He's ranked to 48th on Player Profiler. Let's get into his profile. I'm going to tell you right now why I'm so in on Devontae Adams, and it's because Matthew Stafford is an elite NFL quarterback. Yes, I said it. He's an elite NFL quarterback. Now, for me, an elite NFL quarterback means you can take your team to the Super Bowl and you're a beast at producing fantasy football numbers. I mean, that just comes with being an elite NFL quarterback. But let me get into a little bit more about elite quarterbacks. So it took until this year. There was a stretch this year. I want to say it was like week 4 to week 9 where Josh Allen was just performing at such an elite level. And it wasn't until that stretch I considered Josh Allen elite. This includes last year, the year before. I mean, there's just so much to Josh Allen's game, so much holes in Josh Allen's game. Certain coaches can really exploit him. Belichick was good at it when he was with the Patriots. Even last year, there was one game the Patriots kind of punched Buffalo in the mouth. And that's just because we know how to exploit Josh Allen. So, Matthew Stafford is elite. I consider Matthew Stafford an elite NFL quarterback. Devontae Adams is an elite NFL wide receiver. Puka is Puka, all right? Puka doesn't get affected. Puka is going to do Puka. He's worthy of a late first round pick as well. But Kupp and Puka both coexisted at one point when there was them two and Stafford. So I'm in on Devontae Adams. I think he's a better red zone threat than Nakua. So I could see double-digit touchdowns easily. Games where he gets two touchdowns or more. He's going to hit 120 targets. He's just that kind of wide receiver. Kyron might not be ready. He's done 2 seasons with a full workload, so they might dial him back a little bit. Plus, Blake Corum's entering year 2 with some more experience. So he might be able to get on the field more. And I think that the Rams are going to be more balanced offensively this year, as opposed to just riding Kyron Williams. So I'm way in on Davante Adams. Like I don't know how much more I have to explain. I mean, with all of those factors, that's just where I'm at with that.
I can't really see me on the camera, Dad.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on anyway. I mean, let's point out some of Davante Adams' numbers. So last year he had 141 targets in 14 games. That's what I'm talking about. The year before, 175 targets. Year before that, 180 targets. He's going over 100 receptions every year he's playing a full season. He had 85 for 1,063. Still had 8 touchdowns last year in 14 games. He was 17.2 fantasy points per game, wide receiver 9 in fantasy points per game. 2 years ago, he was wide receiver 5 fantasy points per game with 19.7. There's no reason to think that Davante is going to fall off a cliff. We're in on Davante Adams, and that's it. I'm done with my Davante. Upside with Stafford as well. JC makes a good point. You're in on Davante and Puka, you got to be in on Stafford. It just makes sense, and he's such a value later on in drafts. So it's our turn now. You know that Burrow. What?
You're not letting me have a turn.
Oh, you got to pick. That's right. All right,
Okay.
You can make my next pick. Hold on. Let's point them out first. We got 3 wide receivers. We're looking for a running back, a hero running back. Why don't you click on this guy right here?
Okay.
My favorite rookie, Travion Henderson. There's guys I would take over him, especially once we know landing spot. But where I know he isn't coming back around, and I believe that he's a 3-down back. He's a pass catching back. He can run. I think he is 1B. Ashton Genty is 1A. There is no 2. Travion Henderson is 1B. And then it goes straight to number 3. There is no number 2 running back in this rookie class in my rankings. I got 1A, Genty, 1B, Travion Henderson, and then it goes from there. Not sure who I have at 3. I like Caleb Johnson. I like Omari and Hampton. So we got to see landing spots to determine who's number 3. But based on sheer talent alone, and guys being NFL ready, it's Genty and Travion Henderson, and then there's a gap, in my opinion.
I'm sure what
Then it's going to take a really good landing spot for that number 3 running back to be considered in the same tier, in my opinion. But we're halfway through round 5. I believe JC, let's go over JC's team real quick. He's picking in the 4 spot. He went Jefferson, Taylor, Adams, Odunze, Harris. He's got quite the squad as well right now. I like it. He's killing it from the 4 spot. Najee's a solid RB2. He could be an RB1 and a 0 RB build, for Christ's sakes. But, solid RB2. Odunze, Adams, Jefferson. I like it. There goes Addison before round 6. Somebody see there's people that push up Addison.
I want to do the next pick.
You want the next pick?
Yeah.
All right. Dolly, you want to add anything? You got anything to talk about? No.
Thinking.
How was school today?
Good.
Oh, you didn't go to school. You're on vacation. You didn't go to school today.
Right.
How's April vacation going? Is that why your hair's all messy?
It was good.
Mikey boy's in the house. Nice. Appreciate everybody joining us. So tonight 8:30, Kala's got Kevin Tompkins on. Tune in. Kala does a great job. Great interview show. We love Kala, right? Talk about Kala. Give us one thing you like about Kala.
One thing I like about Carla is she gave a shout out for me on one of her live streams.
Nice. There you go. She gave Dolly a shout out for her raising money for her school. So, Kala is excellent. Great human being. Great friend. Big part of TSA, the sports affiliation. We're going big places this year. And Kala is one of the very many reasons for why I believe that. So, what's up, though? No, it's not your turn. Dolly's picking next. We gotta see. We're on the clock. That happened quick. All right, we gotta figure this out right away. Let's see what we're gonna do. We got 3 wide receivers, a running back. We don't have a tight end. Hawk ain't there. Running back, Connor's there. We like Montgomery, so we're gonna. Oh, yeah, we're going to pick Montgomery. And then we get another pick. Hold on, Dolly, I'll let you pick this one. I'm big on this guy this year. Go ahead, click on him. And that's Khalil Shakir. I've been targeting him as a flex quite often. I think he's value as a flex. He's good. I think he can average 15 points per game as the wide receiver 1 in Buffalo. I mean, it doesn't mean that he's an alpha because they don't really have an alpha, but I do think he's the Buffalo pass catcher to own. You're up. You're going to do the next 2, okay, dude? It's quite a few. There's a lot of picks in between. We're picking on the end, so we get a lot of time to talk in this one.
Yeah.
But I'll let you click the next 2.
Next 2?
Yeah, the next 2 picks.
Because Dolly already did 2.
Yeah, so when it gets to number 96, I know you're a numbers dude. Yeah. When it gets back to number 96, that's our pick. You can do 96 and 97 since Dolly got to pick the last one and I did the last one. I forgot that you guys want to pick, so that's why you're here. Patrick Mahomes floats all the way to 78. That's good value on Mahomes. I'm not a big fan, but he does float for quite some time after Burrow and who's the other quarterback? There's one other quarterback. Burrow and Hurts go, then that tier floats for a little while, and Mahomes kind of seems. If you can get Mahomes in mid-round 7, then I can't say I hate it. So he floats deep. You take him when he presents himself. I like that.
This is a lot of these skinny things.
Jalen Reed, Tony Pollard, Matthew Golden. Did JC clicked on Diggs again? Diggs might be his most owned player, and I don't hate it. He's gonna get a majority of the targets this year, especially. I think where Austin Hooper was retained, Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper are going to be both involved, and I think it kind of limits Hunter Henry's ceiling. So that only means good things for Stephon Diggs. I kind of like Booty too. I'm not gonna lie. I like his upside this year. I like him in Dynasty.
It's coming backwards.
And he's basically free in redraft right now. So Kayshon Booty is somebody from the Patriots I'm clicking on at the end of drafts. Do you want to say something, dude? You got something to add?
No.
No?
It's coming backwards.
Yeah, it's coming back our way. We're in round 8. Pick 88. We're at pick 96. We got a few picks to go, then it's our turn. Why don't we start taking a look at the player pool? See, we don't have a tight end yet. We're at 96, 97, and then 120. The one spot kind of like in a sucky range when it comes to tight end ADP. you either got to push somebody up or wait to see who falls at 120, and there's no guarantee that somebody's going to follow you at 120. But nonetheless, I'm leaning towards fading this round, actually, because there's some wide receiver. There's wide receivers that are still screaming. There's running backs that are screaming at me.
Just turn it off.
We're going to grab one running back and one wide receiver.
Turn the thing.
Hold on, dude. You going to click? It's almost our turn. Are you going to pick for us? Make this pick for us. Go ahead. Click. Boom. Andre, that's it. Don't click again. And now we're going to take a wide. Oh, wait. Oh, Ayuk just went. Son of a bitch. That's who we were going to pick. All right. So we'll go Rashid Shaheed instead. You want to get down?
Yeah, I can't.
How's that? Better? Turn the knob all the way to the right and then pull.
This way? No, that's left.
There you go.
I'm not going in there.
So go upstairs.
I'm not going. I'll totally be right back.
Kid's afraid of the basement bathroom. Go ahead, dude. I love it. Fantasy Dog. What's up, brother? Glad you're joining us. We got two special guests tonight. One just disappeared to go upstairs to use the less scary bathroom, I guess. Nice. Love you guys. Thanks for joining. All right. Dolly, you got your own chair if you want it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let
me slide it closer so you're still on cam. There you go. All right. Now I got blood circulation back in my legs, and we can continue with the second half of the draft. All right. So right now we got Joe Burrow at quarterback, Travion Henderson, David Montgomery, Ramondre Stevenson at running back. Wide receivers, we got Jamar Chase, Tay Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Khalil Shakir, Rashid Shaheed. So we got the Burrow Chase Higgins stack. You want to come back up?
Dolly was sitting there.
Dolly can sit here. You want to come on my lap?
Yeah.
All right, come over here. That was a quick trip upstairs, dude. Did you even do anything?
I went to the bathroom. So.
All right, hold on. Let's not unplug the headphones or the mic or anything. All right, you're in there.
This is more comfortable. Oh,
Drafters Fantasy. Big shout out to Drafters Fantasy. 100%. I've done about 30 drafts on this platform. I absolutely love the format. I love that it's full PPR. I love that it's three wide receivers. Absolutely. That's it. Those are my favorite things about Drafters. The 100% bonus, deposit bonus up to $100. For everybody involved is great too. If you haven't, Blake, my wife is in the house too. She's in the chat. Mom says hi.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, the Drafters deposit TSABETS for us. Hold on, let me get that up. We have that. I'm gonna get that going at the bottom of the screen very shortly. Let's bring that up. Hold on, where is it? Right there. There it is. Boom. Sign up for Drafters. Use promo code TSABETS on the initial deposit. You get matched up to $100. I still have $37 left, and I'm on my 26th draft, I think. So it's definitely, you definitely want to max out that bonus. Let's bring the cops to my daytime crew. Killing it. Yeah, you guys are killing it. Ty Warren goes. Brian Robinson at 117. All right, we got to get some picks lined up. Let's see. We got 1 quarterback. We got 3 running backs, 5 wide receivers. We don't have a tight end yet, so why don't we grab 2? Think we should double tap tight end or no, or just get 1? What do you guys think? At this point, they're all crapshoots, so maybe just 1. Yeah, we won't waste 2. We're gonna take Isaiah Likely because we think we're in on the rumor that Mark Andrews is gonna be moved. Yeah, go ahead, tap it. So we're taking Isaiah Likely, and we got Shakir. Do we want to add Keon Coleman? No, I like Hollywood Brown. We're gonna go Hollywood Brown here. Hold on, let me just make sure we're not missing any running backs. Nah, running backs can wait. We'll go Hollywood Brown here. We lock in our 6th wide receiver. What's up?
Next to my turn. Okay?
Next to your turn, absolutely, Dolly. Why don't you look up Hollywood Brown didn't play much last year. So I mean, we can talk about Hollywood Brown and why I'm in on him, but I mean, you guys already know that. Let's see who JC picks. Maybe we'll look this guy up and we'll talk about him. J.J. McCarthy. So we don't have to look him up because he doesn't have any stats from last year, but we will talk about why we're in on J.J. McCarthy, even though he's a bit of a variable. He's got Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson as wide receivers. Oh, excuse me. So when Kirk Cousins left Minnesota and went to Atlanta, I thought Kirk Cousins would still be serviceable, but his ceiling was way gone. He was a product. I thought he was a product of the Minnesota offense, and I was kind of fading him. I was taking him as like a quarterback 2 in some spots. If I in redraft, I only like to take 1 quarterback. But if I wait on quarterback, I'll take 2, and he was my wait on quarterback 2nd QB2. Basically last year. I probably should have been targeting somebody better, but there were teams, it was basically the teams where I was doing Bijan in the 1st round, and then I was pairing Pitts. If I had teams with Bijan and Pitts, I was trying to get Kirk Cousins as my QB2. He was all right early on in the year, and he kind of faded. Obviously, then he got hurt. And they ended up turning to Penix. And I'm hoping Penix can take a step forward next year. He belongs there. He is their quarterback of the future. Kirk Cousins had no business being there. He robbed them of $45 million at least. And it's just terrible. It's just terrible that because he always overachieved. Even when he was a Redskin, I thought Kirk Cousins overachieved. I didn't think he was a consistent upper tier franchise quarterback. More so just like a regular quarterback, like just an average, everyday bottom tier, average to bottom tier. He had no ceiling, in my opinion. What are you looking at, dude?
I was crossing my eyes.
Oh, you're making silly faces at the camera. The camera's over here. See the green dot? That's the camera. Tank Bigsby. And so we're in mid-round 12. Do the kids have a favorite NFL team or player? Dolly, what's your favorite NFL team?
Patriots.
How about you, Cash?
Patriots.
Yeah, we like the Patriots. We're from New England, Boston area.
Like the Patriots.
How can you not like the Patriots? We had a little bit of a skid the last few years, but to be expected after you lose the best quarterback of all time from your franchise.
Pat the Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots. Pat the Patriots. You guys want to talk about? You want to talk? Is it you that has Miss Millett? Miss Millett's mom. Miss Millett is a great teacher. She is a kindergarten his kindergarten teacher. Miss Millett. Also, Kennedy had Miss Millett. She's up for Teacher of the Year award. I haven't put up the link yet. Everybody can vote once a day. She did a great job molding my kids. She's one of my favorites for sure. Her dad comes in and gives everybody in the class Patriots hats.
Uncle.
And it's our uncle. Okay, what's his name? Do you know?
No.
You want to talk about it while it's my turn? And maybe. All right, I'm going Rashad White here. Hold on, I'll let Dolly picks the next one.
Okay.
I forgot Dolly needed to pick. Hold on, we need to grab a. Why don't you do this guy right here? Nice. Is that kind of buying Kyle Pitts this year? I just can't get off the hill. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. No, they're not molded. They like the Dolly likes the angry cats, not angry fans, the angry cats, which would be the Carolina Panthers. When she sees the logo on TV, she calls them the angry cats. Right? That's probably your second favorite team, right?
Yeah.
Carolina Panthers. They were on the up and coming. Bryce Young, Jatavian Sanders, Chuba. We're even in on Rico Dowdle this year. I think they have plans for him. They signed him for a reason. Kyle Pitts, round 13. Can't go wrong. His upside is still there. His touchdowns increase every year. We know that tight end, AJ Pex, sometimes they don't blossom until year 4, year 5. A lot of them actually, because they got to learn to actually how to stay on the field and play the position in its entirety to stay on the field in the NFL, and that includes pass blocking, inline blocking, run blocking, knowing the scheme, knowing the play, the offense, just being in tune with the entire offense. And a lot of the times people don't realize it because they don't look beyond the box score, but that's the reason why some of these tight ends, the ones that can catch passes too, just don't. There's some game flow. The game flow doesn't go right, and they just don't get the amount of offensive route running snaps that they should, and it leads to those dud games and inconsistencies. And we get that a lot with tight ends who are not part of the elite group. So let's go. We're heading into the back end of round 13. Cash has his dirt bike on air, doing tricks. He's a dirt bike monster jam kind of guy. He is, he's into the BMX, the all that stuff, auto racing, NASCAR, Indy 500, off road and stuff. Right? What else you like? Motocross. Tell him what you like. Tell the audience, they're listening. Mr. Shy Boy.
No. I am not shy.
Yeah, I know you're not.
He likes stuff like the movie Cars. His favorites. What one's your favorite?
Favorite movie? Remember. Favorite what?
Version of Cars.
Which one? Which Cars you like the best, dude? Cars 1, Cars 2, Cars 3. Which one's your favorite? He likes them all. 2. That means he likes them all.
He likes Cars 2.
Why'd you go with Cars 2? What's the difference? What makes the difference? Why is Cars 2 the best? Give me one reason. What made you pick Cars 2 and not Cars 1?
Because there's my favorite race car in it.
And who would that be? Francesco, got it, because Francesco's in it.
I like F1 cars.
There you go. You got to give reason. You can't just say cars too and not give us a reason. I mean, jeez.
I was thinking.
There you go. Russ Davis, good pick. Or Ray Davis. Why did I say Russ? What am I thinking? His name is Ray Davis. He's the backup running back for Buffalo, and I like him because James Cook seems to be a diva this year. And I was already planning on fading James Cook going into this season because
I need to get something.
He way overachieved this year. I wasn't in on him last year, but I wasn't out on him either. I was taking him when he fell to me in the right spots. I did have some of them. I had him. Did I have him in Scottfish? I think I had him in Scottfish. Stacks on stacks. Sounds like JC stacking on stacks. When's it our turn? I get a look at the draft. Oh, we're on deck. Bryce Young, Rico Dowdle. Love it. JJ McCarthy, JJ Jefferson, Justin Jefferson. All right, we're on the clock. We got 4 running backs. We like to get 5 before they dry up. They're kind of already dried up. Not going to lie. We're going to lock up Blake, one of my favorite handcuffs. And then we're going to add... We got to grab a second quarterback, and we'll settle for Russell Wilson. Oh, you're showing off some pictures. All right, finally you brought something to show off. Here we go. What's this? Explain what this is.
This is a bunny alien.
It's a bunny alien. What's his name?
Tim.
Tim? All right. So what's cool about this guy? Tell us what's cool about him. He's got a carrot. That looks like a carrot, right?
Yeah, it is.
That is a carrot. What else has he got in his right hand? What's that in his right hand?
A flower.
A flower. All right. So he's got a flower and a carrot. His name is Tim. He's a bunny alien. What else we need to know about him?
Is he silly?
How many fantasy points per game does he average?
I don't know.
12.8? 12.8. I think he said 12.8. So we might want to be targeting him as a flex.
One crazy thing is that me and Cash sound the same.
You guys do sound alike, especially when you're giggling. When you guys are in the other room playing and you're both giggling. Me and Mom look at each other and we go, I have no idea which one is who. 100%. Whoa.
What
was that?
Lawn chair. That was the booster seat I was on.
Dad forgot about quarterbacks, and now we got Russell Wilson as a backup quarterback with Joe Burrow. It's okay. It's not the worst. How many tight ends do we got? We got 2 or 3. I think we got Pitts and Likely, so we probably should grab a third. Let's put a couple in the queue. Who I want? Let's see. I kind of like him. I kind of like him and him. Oh, so we don't forget. Those are our number 3 tight end targets. What round are we in? Go up to the draft board. We're in round 16, so we got 4 more picks. 4 more picks in this draft, and then we'll call it a night and look forward to Kyle's show later on.
We're going to be done soon.
And then JR is going on at 11:30. Our hoop show is going 11:30 Eastern time, 8:30 Pacific time. Definitely tune into that. JR has been killing it. Mom says hi. See, I'll bring it up. JR has been killing it on the hoop show. You guys want to tune into that. He's been doing such a good job. He's up early Sunday morning. Now he's doing late late tonight after Carla's show. He wants to get on there and talk about the NBA playoffs, and I'm looking forward to it. If I'm awake, I told him if I was awake, which there's probably a speck of a chance, 11:30 p.m. Eastern time for me. If I'm awake, I'll pop on and talk about the Celtics a little bit, I guess. I don't even like the Celtics, but I saw that Jason Tatum might not be playing game 2. He's doubtful. And I got to say, he finally chose to play through some contact, and this is what happens. He hurts his wrist. So this is why I always question Jason Tatum. We're on the clock. So why I always question Jason Tatum as like your franchise player. Pick. Yeah, Cash go first. Cash, you could pick Eckler, and then Dolly, you can pick. Is there any quarterbacks worth taking? Nixon, sure. No, we don't have to pick quarterback. Yeah, wait, hold off. Don't click anybody by accident. Who's there for tight end? Higbee, Schultz. Kind of like Schultz. Grab Schultz. I still think he has a path to be a number 2 target in this offense behind Nico Collins. We got to see what they do in the draft. We got to see if they make any more moves in this offseason. But kind of optimistic about Dalton Schultz this year, not going to lie. We don't think Tank Dell. We know Tank Dell ain't going to be in. We got Nico Collins. Stephon Diggs left. So they got the wide receiver, John Mechie. They have John Mechie. I just think Dalton Schultz is going to... Hey, what the hell are you talking about? I just think Dalton Schultz is going to be involved in the offense. I mean, they don't have many targets. We got a seltzer. Pull a seltzer out of the fridge. Dolly, I got to open this far. Hey, oh, what happened?
You almost broke. I think you broke the
Go
thing.
get a different one. That one's a dud.
Yeah.
I opened it and only the tab opened, not the actual piece where you sip.
Right.
That was weird.
That is weird. There. Oh, it's smoky. It was a little smoky.
Smells good. Orange vanilla. Polar seltzer.
Oh, I want to get one. I like orange vanilla.
And there he goes. He's going to get one. Kid needs to wet his whistle. We got 2 picks left. I'm going
to pick this next one.
Oh, we got 3 picks left. 18, 19, and then we have the last pick in the draft at 20. Don't spill it, all right?
I won't. Get it,
It's pretty fun. Appreciate you guys tuning in again. Like I said, I felt like doing an afternoon draft. I had a feeling these clowns are going to join me, and we were going to have a good time on air.
Mm-hmm.
We looked up a couple of players. Dolly's still trying to learn all the players. She's not quite at the age where she knows everything. Maybe this year. She might do her first fantasy football draft this year. We'll see.
I don't know a single player except Tom Brady.
Tom Brady doesn't play anymore, dude.
That's the only player I know, though.
You know Drake May? No, he's the other quarterback. He's a new quarterback.
I know Jalen Hurts.
Who?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I guess I know him.
Crap. We lost the headphones. Jalen Hurts.
That's a good one. I know.
Why do you know Jalen Hurts? How the hell do you even know that?
I don't know. When I watch football.
Where does this go?
And from the draft you did before you were on the sports affiliation.
I think it's in. There we go. We're almost on the clock again. Jalen Hurts and Tom Brady. Those are the 2 football players Cash knows.
That's all.
We got to get you learning players, dude, because you're pretty good at remembering numbers.
I'm way too good.
How many tight ends do we have? We have 3 already?
5,000.
Oh, we do. Yeah, we got 3. We're good on tight end. Yeah, I know. You're going to pick. I got you.
Don't forget softball practice.
Dad, don't forget Dolly softball practice.
Oh, what time's practice?
6.
6? Dolly got softball practice tonight. Totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Sean Tucker.
Can I do this one?
Yeah, do Booty.
Booty.
Boom. Keyshawn Booty and Sean Tucker.
Booty.
That's my first Sean Tucker share.
Booty.
I don't know. Maybe Rashad
Booty.
White. Just in the event Rashad White gets moved, I think that Sean Tucker will increase in value once he becomes the handcuff. Running back rooms are always in motion, especially in the off season during the draft. So that could still be fluid. I'm also in on Rashad White. Wherever he ends up, if he's not with even if he's with Tampa Bay, he's had over 50 receptions in both seasons so far, and that's with last year he played a part-time role and he still reached 50 catches. So if he's in Tampa Bay, maybe his ceiling, he has no ceiling. We'll know he has no ceiling. But if anything were to happen to Bucky Irvin, we do know that he can handle a 3-down roll. And that's kind of why I'm in on Rashad White still this year. His draft cost is also makes sense. He's in the double-digit rounds. Dude, you're on the wire.
Oh.
Okay, there you go.
I wasn't on the camera, though.
No.
How come I can't be on the camera?
Just because our quarterback room is pitiful outside of Burrow. We got Russell Wilson. We're going to add a third quarterback when it's our turn. I don't know who it will be, but it's going to be a dot throw nonetheless. As of right now, it'll be Flacco. If Flacco gets picked, not sure. We might throw a flyer on Joe Milton. Nice. Softball practice. Thank God it's down the street. You gotta get your gear on, right?
Right.
Yeah. You wanna get a head start on that? You wanna say your goodbyes to everybody and get a head start on getting your gear on?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tell the people. Yeah, Cash can stay. Tell the people who you are.
I'm Kennedy Carlton.
Yep. All right. What else you got? And it was a pleasure.
And it was a pleasure to be on the draft.
Thank the audience. Thank the audience for tuning in. And
thank you everyone for tuning in.
And I'll see you next time I come on.
All
right.
I'm staying. I'm going to go on the other leg now.
Okay. Hold on. Lift up your arm. Don't be on the wire. Okay, there you go. Why don't you go on this chair now, since Dolly's gone? She's going to get ready for softball. We got one more pick. We're going to make one more pick, and then we're going to close it out because I 100% forgot about softball practice. Yeah, we got to get there. Just dropping pictures. We made it through it. We made it through a draft with some functionability. We didn't mess up too much. We didn't miss that many picks. JC's team is really good. I'm looking at it now, and JC did a really good job in the 4th spot.
Get on me.
Killed it.
Why do I keep burping?
Huh?
Why do I keep burping?
I don't know, because you're a pig.
Excuse me.
Calvin Austin or Paco Washington? I would go with Calvin Austin, actually. Jacksonville's going to add to that offense one way or another. I don't know who it's going to be. Is it going to be Genty? Is it going to be Jack Besh? Is it going to be another wide receiver, Buka? Is it going to be a wide receiver? Is it, who knows? Who knows who it's going to be? But they're going to add somebody. And I think Calvin Austin might be outside of Fryemuth and Jalen Warren. They haven't. I think Calvin Austin's kind of a real good deep sleeper. Last pick in the draft. Flacco's still there. We'll do it. Go ahead, do it. There you go.
Just click it.
Flacco, Burrow, Wilson as a quarterback room. We got Travion Henderson, David Montgomery, Ramondre Stevenson, Rashad White, Blake Corum, Austin Eckler, Sean Tucker at running back, Jamar Chase, Tay Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Khalil Shakir, Rashid Shaheed, Hollywood Brown, Kayshon Boutte at wide receiver, Isaiah Likely, Kyle Pitts, Dalton Schultz at tight end. And that's it. JC did a really good job, man. Nice Carolina stack. Nice JJ McCarthy, Justin Jefferson stack. I want to appreciate the people who tuned in tonight. This was fun. It was just Jones and to do an afternoon draft. Kids joined me. Just me and the kids here at the house right now, so they had to join me. That's what got it done for me to be on here right now. That they had to agree to come down here and be part of the stream. So appreciate my co-hosts Cash Carlton and Kennedy Carlton. Hopefully someday when they're a little bit older, they know about fantasy football. They'll get on here and talk your ear off about players too. We'll see. But gonna get ready to get out of here. Gonna head to softball practice. Got Carla's show at 8:30. 8:30 Eastern time tonight. She's got Kevin Tompkins on from, I believe he is with Fantasy Alarm. Not 100% sure, but I believe that's where he works, or where he produces content. And that'll be a good show, 100%. Tomorrow night, we got the NFL draft party. No Thursday check down tomorrow night. We decided to postpone JD's show. We'll have him on in the month of May sometime. We haven't figured out the date yet. But tomorrow night he will be joining us for the draft party. We have Coach Craig as well coming on, a guaranteed guest. I believe Rick might be with us. Anybody from TSA fam, welcome to join. We want you to join. We want to have as many guests as possible. So anybody interested in joining for a few minutes, maybe you got a favorite team in the draft, and when they make their pick, you want to come on for 15 minutes and give some thoughts. We would love that. Anybody that wants to come on, definitely join us. We'll see you then. Everybody, have a good night. Have a good afternoon. Have a good rest of your evening. Manjar if you haven't had dinner yet. Cash is waving goodbye. And we'll check you all later.